Good morning. It has been raining a lot lately, and it's been a lot of rain in a short amount of time, and it's been flooding the driveway, flooding my culverts, and it's not really keeping up with it. I've got, look at that, all the way down. It's just a channel created from the excessive amount of water. So what I got going on today is we're going to go ahead and drag the driveway, try to even that out, fill in those voids. And then I got a whole bunch of dirt actually piled over there. I got to show you that because if I don't take care of my culvert, it potentially could destroy my entire driveway, wash it out completely. And it's on the verge of doing that because I've seen the erosion and it's going away. But what I have going on is, I think about a week ago, brought the tractor out and we moved a bunch of dirt. Right there. We have a 15-foot pool that we got for the kiddos, but I had to dig, if you can see that or not, it's about 1.5 to 2 foot of dirt out of there to get that thing level across there. Threw some styrofoam down, and it's about perfect. It's only 33 inches deep, so all the kids can stand in it, and it's just like, it's been amazing, and it actually feels pretty darn good. I've been in it quite a few times myself, but all that dirt I took over to my culvert because I knew I needed a bunch of dirt and been putting it off, and finally had a reason to move that much dirt. I think I had about 8 loaderfuls. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the tractor. We'll run you down to the culvert and show you what we're working with. I have the loader already on. I had to put the loader on for digging all that dirt out. So I knew I was gonna have to smooth it out, pack it down a little bit. Pushing buttons up there. Okay, let me get it started, buddy. There we go. What did you push? That one. Okay, we made it down to the dirt. This is what we got going on. That is my 8 loads of dirt. There is the culvert. And the culvert runs underneath my drive. So it's right there, goes through here, out the other side. And then where the culvert comes out, there's actually like a 10-foot drop. And then a little bit down the grass, there's actually a creek that it all basically dumps into. But what happens when it rains and it pours, we get water that just floods down the driveway, takes a hard left or right as we're looking at now, comes down here, follows this little dip towards the tractor, and then funnels right in to the culvert. And the culvert has this giant flange on it. It's hard to see now. We're down, oh yeah, we're down deep in here now. There's the exit back there. But the culvert ends right there. But then they have this giant flange that comes out. When I first moved here, this was all dirt. All this was dirt. And that flange wasn't exposed. And what's happened over the last 10, 12 years is erosion. All that water running through, it slowly ate away. And eventually what I saw was that flange comes out and then it kind of locks in. It goes each direction, kind of like a wall. And that's where all the dirt was packed up to and formed in there nice. And all that was gone. All that dirt is gone. And all that flange is now exposed, and I can see the end of it. So now we're at a point where if it rains really hard again or a few more times, water could eventually get underneath that flange, underneath the culvert, and try to push itself underneath the culvert, causing more erosion. Then the ground is unstable underneath the culvert, which could potentially cause it to collapse and fail. And then who knows what would happen to our driveway. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is push some of the dirt in a little farther, and then I'll probably back drag it out and try to kind of fill this void up a little bit and just work from there. Ready to go, guys? Oh, all right, buddy. Uh-oh, your shoe falling off?
So I created a pretty big valley down the center of it and kind of smoothed out the sides. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drag from one side down to the other and pull it this way and see if I can create a nice smooth surface.
So it's only like 9:30 in the morning and it is so warm out, the camera just shut down while I was filming me on the tractor. It actually had a little warning saying high temp and it killed itself. But I made it, well, this far. So I've got, kind of hard to see, but I did form it. So it's sloped in and out and pulled out, pulled out. I was packing in with the tires. I just got to come on this side and pull. Actually, I'm not going to pull it. I'm going to just drive into it. It's already dipped. I'm going to drive and just pack it down, and then it's flush with the sides all the way around. And then, yeah, so everything should flow down and into the culvert and then down. I know I'll have a little bit of erosion if, wow, Nova is upset. I did not let Nova out this morning because I just don't like the idea of her being around when I'm back and forth on the tractor. Hate to have something happen, but yeah, I know there's gonna be some erosion down the road, but I think we have a pretty good amount of dirt down in there that's covering up all that area that needed to be covered before the erosion underneath the culvert actually occurs. Okay, I think we're probably as good as we're going to get with the tractor. You can only bend and twist so much, but we have a pretty good little drainage system coming on. So it's gonna flow down that way. It all dips down nice. It all flows into it pretty darn nice. And I got it packed down tight to the flange. Had my tires kind of rolling in there, packing that down, and then it just drains right down. Like I said, there'll be some erosion. I know that. Hopefully I get some grass seed in here, get this planted back up, whether it's grass or some weeds, just something to hold the soil in place. Plus, if it does rain lightly a few times, it'll help pack everything down, kind of stabilize everything. And I think we're gonna be good to go. I mean, that last batch lasted, like I said, 10 or 12 years. So I have a feeling this is gonna last quite a while longer. Now my worry now, I know I was gonna hit the driveway, but it's just something I've learned over the years is a dry driveway, when you drag it, only fills the voids with rock. And then it's the rock, the loose rock is now sitting inside of these dry cavities. And eventually that rock just gets kicked right back out. Now, a wet driveway, like after it rains a good amount, will pack those rocks into the wet dirt and soil and other rocks, binding it, creating it, turning it into one. Because look at this right here. That is just dust. It's all dust. And there is no moisture. So I could drag it and it's gonna look good temporarily for the next, probably week or so, but eventually that's all gonna just get pushed back out, or if it rains heavy again, it's just going to wash that right back out. So what I'm gonna do is not do it. I'm gonna go ahead and wait. It's not like we have it, it's not eroded so bad where you can't drive down it, you can't, use the driveway. I was more concerned about that behind me, the drainage underneath. Yeah, and we'll wait till another rainy day, and the day after, hopefully it is still wet and moist enough, we'll pull and drag, fill it all in, pack it in tight, and it'll last longer. I'll take the time to work it then, and it'll last longer than if I did it now. I'd just be doing it again and again and again, wasting my time, which I don't have enough of already. So with that being said, I think we're calling today's video good. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all next time. Later.